Hey, so today I want to do a video format of the fix for buttons and shifters not working on direct drive wheelbases or wheel rims for Forza Motorsport 2023. Basically, I've had this issue since the game came out a couple months ago. As you can see, I only have a little less than 6 hours, and probably four and a half of those were from yesterday and today. So um, this fix has fixed my issue with the game and allows me to actually play it with manual gears because I refused to play it with automatic. So took a while, took a lot of Googling, a lot of different search terms, but I finally found this post, which is actually from shortly after the game launched. So it's been known for a while, but it's kind of hard to find. So I wanted to put this together for anybody still struggling. Basically, the issue, like I said, buttons, shifters, the paddle shifters on a wheelbase, for whatever reason, don't work in Forza Motorsport 2023. And we'll get into the reason in a moment, but that's just kind of how the issue presents at first glance. So, and as far as I know, it only happens with USB wheel rims. I don't know if it happens with wireless ones. That I have not heard, but anyways, you can see some other people in the thread. I think there's two other people in here total, so maybe it's not as common as I thought, but I've definitely had some friends that have had the same issue. So anyways, this guy made the post. A few other people have engaged and said they've had the same issue. And then this guy, let me find the post here, Flip to Music, who is active in the whole thread, but he was the one that actually found this solution. So just to be totally clear, this is his fix, and I'm just making the video format for it. But basically what he says is under the game controller settings, there's two of the wheelbase or wheel rim. So if I go into start menu, type in game controller, it'll bring up setup game controllers. You can see I only have one in there right now. That's because I've already done this fix. I'm going to undo it and show you exactly what it is. So in Device Manager, you open Human Interface Devices. I was going to say interference, but no, interface. So let's go to Device Manager. Let's open these two up side by side here. And I'm going to undo it. I already know which one it is, so let me go ahead and undo the fix here. You'll see it reloads. Now, he says, in Device Manager, open Human Interface Devices. Find the wrong USB input device and disable it. What he means by that is that there's two of these now, two GSI steering wheels in the game controllers, and yours, it'll say whatever your wheel rim is. So if it's a cube controls, it'll say cube controls, for example. But for me, it's GSI, so there's two of them. For whatever reason, that causes interference in the game actually registering your buttons and your paddle shifters. Forza is the only game that I've ever seen have issues with this, but this is the solution. So if we scroll down, we're going to be looking at the USB input devices. You got to find the wrong one. So essentially, and you'll have a different number than I do, what I had to do is go through and disable these one by one until this second GSI steering wheel went away, and leaving only one. So for me, I already know it's the third from the bottom. From you, you'll have to go down the list. Disable. Okay, it didn't disappear. Re-enable. Disable. Okay, it didn't disappear. Re-enable. So I'm going to go ahead and disable the device, and it's going to bring this. It's going to bring this pop-up up. Don't worry, it's not going to cause any catastrophic failure of your system. If you do have like an external storage, SSD or something plugged in, I would unplug it when you do this process. But you can just hit yes, and then you'll see under game controllers here, that second GSI steering wheel's gone, leaving just my H pattern shifter, my sprint pedals, and my wheel, and then handbrake, but that's for a different game altogether. So that's basically the fix. You just need to get one of your rim, and in order to do that, you go into Device Manager and Game Controllers. Just keep them up side by side. Disable the USB devices, input devices, until you find the second one. The first one is fine, and by second, I mean the second in the list. So you might disable the first one in accident. If you notice you did do that, and I don't remember which one's my first one, just re-enable it and keep going down the list until you get that second one gone. And that's it. And he also says You have to remap the settings in Forza. I didn't have to do that. I also didn't have to remap settings in any of my other racing games. So whether it be iRacing, AC, ACC, Automobilista, all of them still work flawlessly. So I don't think this is going to interfere with any other racing game. If it does, just remember that you could re-enable that at any time. But for Forza, it does have to be disabled. And that's it. Thanks, guys.